Everyone's an expert in a bull market. I don't see many people posting their P&Ls anymore. This is the entire crypto market blend right here. Everybody's calling for blood. I think the bearishness has got to be too far. This is bottom. So how about this? You want to know when bottom is, right? I'm going to give it to you right here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we have not even broke trend yet. Maybe short-term trend. But do you see that? Look, right there. Right here, you got the close there. This is a little bit of what we call spillover and bounce hard, right? Because that is support. Now, again, support again. Now we're probably looking at another touch somewhere along this line. The question is, once we break this line, then you can say we broke trend. That candle right there, okay, is almost an entire month underneath this trend line. The market was testing bottom here, and it pushed it underneath bottom. They didn't know that was bottom, which is the whole point of the exercise of the markets, right? Is to determine a value. So it pushed below. Okay, the market pushed below, but then the market pushed back within a couple of months. This took 3 months to go from here to go to here. Okay, and once that happened, the market continued. Another one. Okay, watch this. Okay, now here's where we are right here. This is the bottom, right? Watch this. This is where we are right here. Understand? Need I say more? Need I say more? Got about 10 months here to accumulate before we see the next big upwards curvature. Yep, this is where we are right here. Right here. Look what happened after that. And then another one. Another one. Check out this volume down here. You see all this volume is declining. So basically what that means, this whole drop is off of a liquidity crisis because there's not a ton of volume. I mean, look at this. This right here, it isn't even making any noise. Okay, this up here makes noise. This up here, down here, you ain't doing anything. Okay, so what this means is I'm not buying it. I don't think we're gonna crash. I don't think we've got the sell pressure. The volume is telling you the truth right here. This is the truth serum. It's the volume. Okay, so it's just not there. You'd expect it to be like this, you know, going up, maybe not that high, but going up and increasing. That's how you know that this is real. But because it's decreasing, it's a lie. It's a lie. Now you want to see something else? I'm going to show you this. Check this out. As if you haven't had enough. As if you needed more. What's that look like to you? Ask yourself. Ask yourself what this is. It's a bull flag. And what do you think we're going to get over here?
I think we're gonna get over here. We're gonna get one of those.
Let me know when it's not compelling, but I know that it is. I mean, come on, man. Does it get any more obvious than this? Like, when this plays out, you're going to look back and be like, yeah, I should have seen that. So, for more truth serum, subscribe to this channel, stay in the know, and we'll build this thing. Okay, you want to come up here and look at this? Check this out. Okay, this is top, right? This is what we call resistance. Now, we got smacked down from resistance. All right, so we've got this confluence right there. And that's where the candle closed. Same line, and this is where we just bounced. We just hit this, and now we're retracing back up. We're buying it up, okay? Now look, I don't know if you see this or not, but I'm going to show you something. You see this? What does that look like to you? Boom, 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 boom. Shoulder, head, shoulder. All right? You got your head and shoulders right there. Now, there's your ascending neckline. Let's make it a little cleaner than that. It's going to go like that. Now, let's see, where does the measured move put us? Well, the measured move put us right there. And let's see. Well, let's back out a little bit. Oh, look, that's about right where we are. Look at that. So we've completed the measured move. This is called pattern completion. Okay? Not only that, we're just above the trend line. Oops. Wrong button. We're just above the long-term lifetime of the asset, which is the entire crypto market. Okay? We're taking the whole crypto market here. This is total. So, scroll out. Remember, each one of these candles represents a month. It has never been below this line except for this brief time back in 2015. And even then, you know, it shot right up out of it like a cannon because it was too deep into the resistance, or into the support, I should say. It was too deep into the support. And you can see right there. Tried to go down and then boom, boom, and then boom. Like this here is clearly support. Okay, and once the market realized that support is there anyway, and they should have just bought back here, they just started buying and buying and buying, and all of a sudden support changed, didn't it? This trend was established before the market accepted that this is the trend line. This is the trend line, my friends. Another one. Boom, look at this. Now you tell me, that does that look like disaster? We've already had our head and shoulders. That's our bottom line. That's when we're in the bear market. When we're hitting this line. That's our trajectory. Okay? That's not even the median trajectory. That's the bottom line right there. Now if we break that, okay, now all bets are off. All right? But we haven't broken it yet. The trend is your friend, and even if it does break it, you could see a fake out and have it come right back up, because that does happen. I'm going to show you something else. Wait till we get into these fibs. Another one. And look at this. Okay, look at that. See this fib right here? The 382? That's exactly where we are right now. This is a major inflection point. You can see right here. While it seems like things are bad right now, chillax, man. Chillax, man. When we break this line right here, okay, panic time. Time you really want to sell is when you get what we call confirmation. That means that if we break this line, we know we're going to come back up to it and then get rejected again if the breakdown is real, right? And this bounce is called confirmation, because a lot of times what happens is it comes right back, and then you just see this part where it dipped on the whole line. You'll see a dip, just like you did back there in 2015. Okay, but it bounced and it shot hard right out of it, and it's a failed move. Okay, if it comes down here A lot of people will sell here because they see it break this line, and they're going to get wrecked because that will be called a failed move, and it'll shoot right up. And a failed move equals a fast move in the opposite direction. And obviously, if it's the failure is going down, then the opposite direction is going up. So, I mean, what more do you need to see? Do you want to be a punk? Check this out. There's your measured move. There's your head and shoulders. You want to see it on the weekly? Maybe it's even more clear on the weekly. So cheer up, my friends. This is bottom. And if it's not, then we'll have another chance to get out. But you got to see these fibs, man. These fibs just working in sync. You can see, look, the 618 right here. That's the golden pocket, right? Look at this. Look at this. You have all this interruption right here at this fib. So you got the 2.3, you got the 236 right here bouncing off there. You've got this inflection point. Okay, this is what we call a place where you can expect a reaction here. You didn't know that here, but it's created an inflection point now. We can see the inflection point here when we spread it out. Remember, it was on the monthly. You can see right here. Boom. Okay, it got stopped down there. Huge green candle here. And then after it got pushed up, got pushed back down to retest. And then we're off again. Boom. So you've got the massive inflection point that we're at right now. You've got it above support. You've got it following the trend. You've got it at its pattern completion zone and bouncing and reacting right now off the 382 fib. What more do you need to see? And here we are on Bitcoin. All right, just to give you context. We came all the way down to 17.6 and change. And now we're buying back up. Okay, because a lot of people have this zone marked up to buy. And I'm sure there's a lot of money waiting down below here too, thinking it's going to go much lower. But I just showed you how it's not. So subscribe, baby. I'll come out with more. We can all build some sort of knowledge in the space. We can get ahead on this together. And so if you're down for that, then be down to click that like button, be down to subscribe. And I'm out. I don't have a clever outro. Now imagine if you had bought right here in all this uncertainty, but you could see it was rounding out right there. It was rounding out and it bottomed right there, but it still hadn't turned up yet. It had to go up this trend line and establish itself. And look what it did. Okay, look what it did. If you had bought this right here and you were still holding and you didn't even sell here, you held. Look where you are. You're still at the old top. You haven't lost anything yet. Here's the point right here, my friend. This is the point right there. Okay, you come up here and look at this 23,000% gain. Okay, are we kidding ourselves? Now look, could this thing break down? Yeah, if this trend breaks, it's curtains, okay? And the crypto market is new. It has never been through a tightening cycle like this Fed is doing right now. So it's very possible that everything changes and this whole thing turns around. Now, if we invert it, how does it look? You clearly got your inverted head and shoulders right there. Okay, but this is your downtrend and you haven't broken this line yet. So if you were looking for this thing to reverse, you would want it to break this line and then come back down and give it a little testy poo. Show some resistance, and then it's off to the races that way, right? So if we just reset the chart, so what else do you want? Anything you may see or hear on this channel or in this video is strictly for educational and informational purposes and should not be considered financial advice of any kind. You know what I'm saying? Like nada. Nada and enchilada. Obviously, anything. Obviously nothing, motherfucker.